Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good pleasant afternoon I be to all my beloved student H2P4. Alright, so today 22nd February 22. Today cantik tarikh Okay, so what are we going to do class today? So we're going to proceed with our lesson, okay, and basically we move to discuss, okay, which is our next topic after biocatalysis, chapter 5, cellular respiration. Okay, so before we can proceed to discuss this topic, okay, teacher would like to recite a doa dulu. So mari kita baca doa sama-sama. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Fatihah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay. Class, teacher hope everybody is in a good condition. Okay, and wait. What are we going to do class today? Yeah, like teacher mentioned earlier, okay, we are going to proceed with chapter 5. And if you can see from the slide, okay, that I'm showing you, okay, we are, okay, if you refer to our notes, our notes, biology notes, okay, which is labeled as page 100. Sorry, class. Page 66. Okay, our like our tutorial chapter page 66. Okay, let's start and looking at the beginning of the learning outcomes. Okay, the learning outcomes, okay, under 5.1, you must be able to state, okay, why we as a living organism, okay, as a living organism, why we need energy, okay, and how this energy play a important roles in living organism, especially for respiration. Okay, and then after that, okay, we are going to see the outline, the complete oxidation of glucose, okay, which is glycolysis. So the outline nanti kita akan tengok secara brief, okay, and but the important thing today, teacher would like to focus on the step of what we call as glycolysis. Okay, so this afternoon, this one, the all the needy, or why we need for cellular, why we need energy. Okay, we need energy. Ada 7 kelas Okay, tadi kamu pergi kuliah. Sorry, silap. Kuliah online tadi kamu pergi lab. Okay, or you go to tutorial. You have to walk, right? So the minutes when you start using your muscle, okay, that is where you need the energy. So when teacher mentioned the needs of energy, there are 7. So you can refer to our notes there. Okay, for movement, we have learned already last semester how sperm need to swim. Okay, so reproduction. Okay, to transport all the ions. Okay, through active transport. Now we are learning about respiration, growth, secretion, okay, and also excitability. So that's what that is all about. Why we need energy, Okay, I will mention this one. Okay, teacher, ini kita dah ada nota kita kelas So teacher nak you all at least knowing the structure of our energy, chemical energy. Our chemical energy is known as adenosine triphosphate atau short formnya ATP. So this is our focus in this chapter 5 class. Okay, knowing the ATP as the molecular energy. Okay, so it contains adenine, as you all know. Kita dah belajar sebelum ini kelas dalam nitrogenous base. So ATP juga ada its own base adenine. Di sini dia hanya import adenine lah, sebab tu nama dia adenosine. Okay, where this adenosine come from? From the adenine. Okay, and then dia ada gula. Okay, ada apa ni? The ribose sugar. Okay, and the 3-phosphate group san 3 kelas 1, 2, 3. Right, so this is our molecule ATP. So we are going to learn, we are going to, under this topic, with the presence of oxygen, we're going to learn how this ATP is produced. Okay, kelas So far, cikgu harap you all drop in the meeting chat kelas if you have anything to ask me, okay? Okay, next, knowing this one, I think you all understood the concept of breaking down the bond, okay? The bonding, the phosphate bond, right? Okay, so this is how we learn this under this topic, kelas Okay, basically when teacher mentioned about harvesting energy, that means knowing how from one glucose, okay, from one glucose it can be break into ATP. Okay, kelas and the byproduct is water, air dengan carbon dioxide, right? So there are 3 metabolic stages that you're going to learn. So this afternoon, teacher would like to cover glycolysis. Okay, and then tomorrow Khamis, okay? Tomorrow Rabu, and then Khamis kita cuba habiskan Krebs cycle and SB025 phosphorylation, and then we go through exercises, tutorial. After when we have done discuss the theory, teacher would like you to direct answer and try to work out your tutorial question class. So this is the overall of our our process atau metabolic stages. So under chapter cellular respiration, okay, you learn about biochemistry, where it will involve all the enzymes as well, okay, and also the process of redox reaction. Okay, bila cikgu sebut redox reaction, kalau automatically you can apply from your chemistry lesson, okay, where it means by, bila cikgu sebut redox reaction kelas okay, redox reaction, it means it involve oxidation and reduction. Okay, kelas oxidation and reduction. Okay, so cikgu boleh nampak email, cikgu boleh nampak Adib, cikgu boleh nampak Barik, cikgu boleh nampak Zulaika, Nik Zulaika, Irdina, Miza, Hila, Darshan. Okay, come on kelas Ada lagi ni cikgu tak nampak, tak respon lagi. Henry cikgu nampak, okay. Alif ada, Jaslinda. Cikgu nampak lagi Jaslinda ni. Okay, Zila, Siti Aisyah, Zila ada, okay. So, kelas okay, proceed with this. Aerobic respiration means this is how you are going to learn step by step the metabolic reaction until you can lihat kelas this is a very important yang cikgu guna you all concentrate on, okay. So we are looking at the ATP, okay, the production of ATP from each stages, okay. So this afternoon, okay, we are going to proceed with glycolysis first class Okay, basically kalau you all dah read up, okay, ataupun a teacher already share dengan you all in our Telegram group, okay. So I think for your information class everyone knows this organelle. Okay, this is a very priceless organelle when talking about ATP. Okay, and kalau you still remember our topic chapter 2 semester 1, okay, this is a very popular ataupun structure, okay, that you need to focus on kelas the inner membrane, the folded inner membrane, what we call as a cristae. Okay, inner membrane ni layer kedua kelas okay, because mitochondria as you all know dia ada double layer, outer membrane dan inner membrane, and the inner membrane, okay, it will folded, and we call that folded inner membrane is a cristae. And then you need to know also the matrix kelas and also the intermembrane space. So ni kelas all this labeling is very important, you need to know, because this is the site where cellular respiration, especially when there is an oxygen involved kelas Okay, so this one you can refer to our notes. So today, teacher would like you to bear in mind, get familiar with the term what we call the substrate level phosphorylation. Substrate level phosphorylation and also oxidative phosphorylation. Get used get used and get familiar with the terms kelas substrate level phosphorylation and oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, so teacher tak nampak lagi my student please respond. Gan hadir, okay, hoping everybody is in a good condition. Okay, class. What is the full name of ATP? Teacher would like you to respond in the chat, the class. ATP, class. Cikgu nak you all respond, so that I know that you are following me. Okay, class. ATP. What is ATP? Teacher tak nampak lagi. Siapa respond, please. Okay, so please focus on this name of the process, class. Substrate level phosphorylation and oxidative phosphorylation is a very important chemical reaction, okay, which involve in produce the ATP. Okay, let's start looking at the process. Okay, where we are going to start with. Okay, yes, very good, Soleha, Suhaili, Siti Ansha, yes. Adenosine triphosphate. Ejaan ni Suhaili, triphosphate. Mungkin kamu tersalah typo kan? Okay, Suhaili, right? Okay, so now let's start with glycolysis. Glycolysis ada dua pathway. Okay, from glycolysis ada dua pathway kelas. Okay, what is the two pathway? If you refer to our notes on page 70, page 70, you may refer to page 70 class from our notes, okay? It's on page 70. Okay, glycolysis. Lysis mean pecah kelas breakdown breakdown, okay? Pecah atau splitting. Splitting apa kelas? Okay, if you still remember, if teacher ask you to refresh balik your lesson about alpha glucose. Okay, kelas alpha glucose that you have learned during chapter 1. So you will start carbon 1, carbon, okay. Sorry, tak comel pula cikgu punya ni. Okay, so you may refer to page 70 kelas Okay, so you boleh refer to carbon 1, okay, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5, and then oxygen. Okay, on top is carbon 6, H2OH. Okay, so this is alpha OH kat bawah Okay, so this is the carbon class. Okay, this is the carbon that this is the C6H12O6 the glucose yang kita akan continue how this one molecule of glucose, satu kelas one glucose can be can be breakdown ataupun can be splitting. Okay, breakdown atau 6 carbon molecule become 2 molecule pyruvate, 2 molecule of 3 carbon molecule what we call pyruvate, right? Okay, so C6H12O6 ini satu kelas one molecule glucose to become 2 molecule pyruvate. Okay, so in order to break this, to split or break this one glucose to become 2 pyruvate which is 3 carbon, it involves 10 step. 10 langkah kelas 10 step. Okay, and each step divide into 2 phase, energy phase and payoff phase. Okay, now we start with energy investment phase. So cikgu harap you all understand the process the process. Okay lah. Okay, so let's explore. Cikgu ternampak. Okay, Soleha, thank you. Okay, next I want you to I want you to respond to teacher kelas in the meeting chat. When teacher mention about the energy investment phase, ada 5 kelas Okay, this one already share with you. Okay, so you can see the step. So remember kelas for glycolysis you have to memorize all the 10 step. 10 step ni mesti hafal. No doubt kelas you must memorize. Cikgu ulang, you have to memorize all the 10 step. 5 dalam invest, 5 lagi dalam pay off. Okay, so when teacher mention about energy investment phase, it involve 5 steps. Okay, energy pay off, it involve also 5 steps. Okay, 5 step So what are the step? Okay, phosphorylation. Step 1, cikgu sebut kelas phosphorylation. Step 2, isomerization. Step 3 sama nama dengan step 1, phosphorylation. Okay, step 4. Okay, step 4 you dah nampak kelas The one carbon molecule become two molecule which is 3 carbon. Okay, and the process known as splitting. Okay, because when there's two molecule, two type of molecule, 3 carbon is produced. Okay, step 5 will undergo the concept of isomerization, where the dihydroacetone phosphate, okay, will isomerization, meaning rearrangement the carbon to become G3P. Okay, so bila cikgu sebut G3P, get familiar with the term class Okay, G3P means it stand for glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate G3P. Apa maksud 3? 3 ini adalah carbon 3 kelas Carbon 3 where you can found the phosphate molecule. Okay, so that is the G3P molecule Okay, so done with the payoff. The investment. So where is the investment? Alright, now let's see kat mana kita guna ATP class. Invest mean kamu labur ataupun kita guna dulu. So it takes during the step 1 what we call as phosphorylation. Okay, so nama kena hafal, enzyme kena hafal. Cikgu ulang sekali kelas Okay, you have to memorize the name of the step and as well as knowing the name of the enzyme that catalyze the phosphorylation process. Okay, where this is actually transferring a phosphate group into the glucose. Right, okay. So as you all know, glucose kita dah belajar masa SEM 1. Okay, during the molecule of life. So this molecule glucose is a soluble So how to upgrade this glucose to become energetic ataupun ionized. So we need to invest our ATP here class So this phosphorylation process will making the glucose, okay, dia akan jadikan dia phosphorylated meaning kita bagi phosphate group, kita invest ATP kepada take one phosphate, okay, and invest to glucose and it will become glucose 6 phosphate. So 6 means always position shows that the presence of phosphate class Okay, so that means tadi phosphate akan ambil alih tempat H. Okay, CH2OH tu phosphate akan ambil tempat H So the name of the product after step phosphorylation is glucose 6 phosphate. Glucose 6 phosphate class So it become chemically reactive and okay, the phosphate will allow the glucose to become trapped. Okay, the hexose sugar will trap in the plasma membrane and it is permeable to large ion. So glucose phosphate dah become large ion. So dia tak boleh escape the class Jadi ini menyebabkan the next process will take place. Okay, so ini to ensure glucose from the tissue that by proliferating all the glucose that enter the cell, thereby maintaining large glucose concentration in the blood, in order to supply the energy, for requirement of the cell. So far boleh ikut cikgu kelas please class respond to the meeting chat. Step 1 class, step 1 is step 1. Okay, step 1 is phosphorylation where we use ATP. Okay, next step 2, this glucose 6 phosphate, in order to go to the next step, glucose ini kena rearrange the molecule, right? So that it's easier to take for the step 4 splitting take place class So we need to isomerization the glucose 6 phosphate. Still masih lagi 6 carbon class Dia masih lagi 6 carbon, but now the phosphate now still attached to carbon 6, tetapi the molecule structure isomerized. Okay, isomerized where glucose 6 phosphate become fructose. Okay, fructose 6 phosphate. So before they can split, kita energize sekali lagi, kita bagi lagi satu phosphate. So this is where ATP digunakan lagi sekali di bawah step 3, which is phosphorylation. Okay, where carbon 1 pula kita bagi lagi satu phosphate. Tadi carbon 6 kelas Now carbon 1. Okay, carbon 1 get another phosphate. Okay, so this enzyme also must memorize. So teacher nak you all take note in our syllabus. Kalau asasi ke pasum anak cikgu dulu, Pusat Asasi Universiti Melaya, they have to memorize 10 enzyme tapi in your case you only need to memorize 2 enzyme saja. Okay, so cikgu nak drop in the meeting chat class. Okay, what are the 2 enzyme? Okay, the 2 enzyme yang kamu kena memorize is during step 1 and step 3. Okay, come on class. So what is the name of the enzyme step 1? Hexokinase. Type in the meeting chat. Okay, and step 3 is the phosphofructokinase. Okay, and both step name sama kelas the both step 1 and step 2, the name of the process is the same, iaitu phosphorylation. Okay, cikgu nak cikgu respon kat cikgu dalam meeting chat. Okay, nama enzyme during step 1. Come on cikgu. Okay, next class. Bila this fructose. Okay, sebelum tu, you realize tak kelas name of the molecule. Fructose dash 1,6, 1,6 ni ialah the presence of phosphate pada that carbon Okay, dash bis. Apa maksud bis kelas? Bis means ada 2 phosphate group. Okay, this is carbon number 1 and this is carbon number 6 So the name of this molecule is fructose. Okay, still 6 carbon. Okay, but the position of phosphate group is on the carbon number 1 and carbon number 6, and we call it as a bis. Bis means this molecule having 2 phosphate. Right? Okay, now next the process is splitting. So when this fructose dash 1,6 bisphosphate split, okay, under the process of step 4, it becomes 2 molecule which consists 3 carbon. Ini pun 3 carbon, ini pun 3 carbon. Satu dipanggil G3P, okay, and another one is dihydroacetone phosphate. So this dihydroacetone phosphate need to undergo one step, which is step 5, where it will isomerize. That means rearrange the molecule to become G3P. Boleh kelas So for investment, phase investment, okay, done already all the 5 steps. Cikgu, okay, very good cikgu, thank you. Hexokinase. Okay, can I have Darshan respond? Enzyme at step 3. Step 3, apa ni Darshan? Step 3 Okay, so done with energy investment. Okay, kelas So now we proceed to step 6. Okay, step 6 a very it takes 2 process kelas Okay, step 6 is actually the beginning of where electron is released. Okay, so in this step 6, the term we use is oxidation. 1 and phosphorylation 2. So step 6 ada 2 benda berlaku kelas Teacher now you all bear in mind. Step 6 ada 2 process involved. Oxidation and phosphorylation. Okay, kita mula dengan oxidation dulu. Right, so bila konsep cikgu tak nampak lagi Darshan. Darshan, please respond to teacher. Step 3, name the enzyme. Okay, supaya you all get familiar with the name of the enzyme. Step 3. Step 3 and step 1, nama proses sama kelas Cuma enzyme that catalyze each step is different. Cikgu dah respond. Okay, step 1 is hexokinase. So teacher nak Darshan Darshan respond. Okay, step 3. Okay, step 3 is phosphofructokinase. Okay, please drop in the chat box so that teacher boleh nampak. Okay, so the concept of oxidation in chemistry, what you understand class, bila you sebut saja oxidation, okay, it is referring to the concept what we call as a LEO. LEO class LEO. Apa LEO ni cikgu? Apa ni? LEO ni biasanya referring to, it can be company kan? Bukan Okay, LEO ni showing losing electron class Okay, L means losing, E means electron. Okay, and O means oxidation. Jadi when mentions about oxidation, okay, this G3P, this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, okay, losing its electron. Okay, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, buang electron kelasnya, they remove electron. Okay, so when this electron is removed from the G3P, dia mesti ada another molecule that accept the electron class. So you still remember under the concept of cofactor, this is the example of coenzyme. So this NAD plus, that example of coenzyme under the concept of cofactor, will receive this electron. Okay, when dia dapat electron, it will convert to NADH. That is oxidation class. So this part known as oxidation, one part. Okay, so this G3P will undergo the process of oxidation to become. Okay, sebelum nak sebut this product kelas you have to take take note another process, what we call it a phosphorylation. Okay, tadi masa step 1 dengan step 3 pun phosphorylation. Okay, when sebut saya phosphorylation, knowing is involve addition of phosphate. Okay guys, cuma dekat sini kita tak invest for ATP lagi kelas So where is the phosphate come from? Okay, actually the phosphate is we get the phosphate for step 6, we get the phosphate group from phosphate inorganic. Cikgu ulang sekali kelas Step 6, phosphorylation juga, where we add phosphate group, but this time the phosphate group not from the ATP. The phosphate group is from the phosphate inorganic. Okay, so ini menyebabkan this this product kelas we call as a 1,3 dash bisphosphoglycerate. Okay, if you want to see the formula molecule ni, okay, kelas 1, 3, okay, 1, 1, 3, okay, because the phosphate attached to the carbon number 1 and also carbon number 3 dash bis. Bis again tadi ada 2, bisphosphoglycerate. Okay, done step 6. So step 6, you need to remember, kita dah ada satu electron carrier. Okay, step 6 kita dah ada satu electron carrier. Mana electron carrier tu kelas? Iaitu NADH. Okay, NADH. Okay, step 7 also important. Okay, step 7, what we call a substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, now is the time where kita nak generate ATP. Tadi step 1, step 3 kita guna ATP, invest but now in step 7 we dah start yield. Okay, yield ataupun synthesis the ATP. So how? Yes, it is happen where this 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate will undergo phosphorylation. How it happens class So the phosphate group from a phosphorylated intermediate, okay, dia akan this 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate will release its phosphate to the ADP to become ATP. Okay, so phosphorylated intermediate tu tadi refer to substrate, okay, where ADP plus P dia akan dapat balik semula ATP. So this is the first step where we yield ATP. Ada berapa ATP terhasil kelas ni? 2. Kenapa 2? Because we involve 2G3P from the beginning class Okay, this involve 2G3P here 2G3P. So starting from step 6, step 7 semua 2. That's why kita nak 2 kelas Okay, so next sebelum kita go to last step, there are 2 step in between. Okay, where we just now tadi kelas step 7 dah terhasil ATP, dapat ATP kelas So step 8, the product just now, the 3-phosphoglycerate need to translocate, pindahkan kedudukan phosphate group tadi daripada carbon 3, instead carbon 3 dia pindah ke translocate to carbon 2. Okay, the 3-phosphoglycerate is rearranged to form 2-phosphoglycerate. Okay, carbon 3, the phosphate from carbon 3 rearrange and move to carbon number 2. So we call it now as a 2-phosphoglycerate. Boleh kelas Okay, cerita apa lagi cik Darshan atau semua yang lain Nisa ke Iklima respond Gila, Gern, Henry respond to teacher name of the enzyme. Okay. Okay, next, before we can end the step of glycolysis, class step 9 take place. What is the step 9 class? Step 9 is referring to the removal of water. Okay, removal of water where the 2-phosphoglycerate buang air, they remove air, so it will become PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate P to phosphor, E to enol, P to phosphate. pyruvate. Phosphoenol pyruvate, PEP. Okay, so PEP is a very high energy potential. Okay, kelas So this is where we nak yield lagi. Kita nak ambil phosphate ni. So they will undergo the last process, which similar to step 7 just now, what we call a step 10 substrate level phosphorylation, where the phosphoenol pyruvate, okay, dia akan transfer the phosphate group into the ADP to produce 2 ATP. Okay, and the step we call as a substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, kelas and the final product is the pyruvate, 2 molecule pyruvate, 3 carbon. Right? Okay, so that is overall about glycolysis. And if teacher asks you what is the net yield product for glucose, okay, glycolysis, so you summary kan like this. Okay, so what is the summary that you can see, class? Okay, you can summary where it shows that the glycolysis, okay, satu glucose, one glucose, ni satu kelas one glucose, okay, cikgu buat warna merah lah. One glucose molecule, okay, it will produce, okay, summary kita ialah one glucose molecule, okay, it will produce, final productnya ialah 2 pyruvate, 4 ATP, daripada semua step, okay, daripada step 6 sampai step, okay, 4 ATP ni dapat mana kelas? Step 7 dengan step 10. Okay, 4 ATP daripada step 7 2, step 10 2 Okay, tetapi biasanya we have to minus with step 1. So step 7 dengan step 10 dapat 4. Okay, step 1, step 10 dapat 4 ATP But step 1 and step 3 kita guna 2 ATP. So we have to minus this 4 minus 2, so we get net 2 ATP. Okay, so you will get net 2 ATP when you summarize the glycolysis process as a whole. Okay, where does you form this NADH? NADH as a electron carrier pada step number 6. Okay, step number 6, and the removal of water itu biasa kelas Okay, so ada tak carbon dioxide is released during glycolysis? The answer is no. Tak ada carbon dioxide, no, tak ada. Okay, because ini belum lagi involve oxidation ataupun chemiosmosis So it's only involve the production of this one. Right? Okay, so if the question asks you what is the net product yield from glycolysis daripada satu glucose, the answer is this one. 2 pyruvate, net 2 ATP, 2 NADH plus 2 H plus, the electron carrier, and also 2 water molecule. Okay, cikgu? Alright, okay. So far ada soalan tak sekarang ni, kelas? Now it's already 2:50. Okay, so cikgu habiskan sikit link reaction. So tomorrow your homework, cikgu nak you all homework kelas Okay, your homework is on page teacher would like you to ready soalan learning assessment kelas Okay, so ready soalan learning assessment on page which is on page topic 5. Okay, so teacher nak you all buat tu nanti untuk knowing the glycolysis process Okay, so that is our target tomorrow, and also citrate isocitrate glycolysis. Okay, so ada 3 soalan glycolysis di kelas question 6, question 5, and question 1. Okay, so teacher would like you to prepare that question so that tomorrow we can discuss that question in order to enhance your concept for glycolysis. And also, okay, after we discuss that, teacher nak sambung dengan link reaction, okay, which is known as pyruvate oxidation, where is the presence of oxygen, and after that we go to knowing the Krebs cycle. Okay, so tomorrow that is your preparation petang ni, hari ni untuk our tomorrow's lesson. Alright, okay, so I think that's all for today. All the best for your class all the best for your UPS petang ni. Okay, so hoping you all can score and make sure you try choose jawapan yang tepat di kelas Okay, so is there any question you want to ask me? Jadi for tomorrow, okay, tutorial. Teacher nak you prepare tutorial, prepare BAL question. Okay, what are the BAL question that you want teacher nak you prepare class So everybody you can turn to page cellular respiration, topic cellular respiration. So buat question 1. Okay, question 1, question 1, question 5. Okay, and also question 6 and question 6 Okay, so that is your your homework tomorrow class tutorial prepare BAL BAL tu that means biology assessment Okay, biology yang cikgu, I think that one is the collection of question. Okay, so biology assessment library BAL. So teacher would like to prepare question 1, question 5 and question 6 so that you can have the idea of how this cellular respiration is being questioned during PSPM. Okay class so I think that's all. See you tomorrow. Thank you class Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Thank you.